Ladies, I want you to understand something. The first person you need to attract is yourself. The energy you put out into the world is the energy you attract. You can't expect to bring in quality men if you're not walking in your own power, confidence, and self-respect. You see, attracting someone isn't about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about showing up authentically, loving yourself deeply, and understanding the value you bring to the table. To attract the right kind of person into your life, it all begins with you. It sounds simple, but many people overlook this foundational step. You need to attract yourself first. Before you can expect anyone to recognize your worth, you have to fully recognize it yourself. You are the most important person in your life, and the way you view and treat yourself sets the tone for how others will treat you. Attracting yourself means embracing who you truly are, flaws and all. It means showing up for yourself every day with confidence, knowing that you have unique value that no one else can replicate. It's not about pretending to be perfect or about conforming to others' expectations. It's about honoring who you are at your core. When you are truly in touch with yourself, with your dreams, your strengths, and even your vulnerabilities, you radiate an energy that is magnetic to others. Many people fall into the trap of seeking external validation, trying to prove their worth through the approval of others. This approach not only creates an unhealthy dependency on others' opinions, but also leaves you feeling empty when those validations are absent. When you attract yourself first, you free yourself from this dependency. You stop waiting for someone to come along and fill a void in your life, because you realize that your sense of completeness comes from within. This level of self-assurance is what makes you truly irresistible. Self-love is at the heart of attracting yourself first. It's not a superficial concept, but a deep internal commitment to appreciating who you are. It means treating yourself with kindness, understanding your worth, and setting boundaries that protect your emotional and mental well-being. It also means forgiving yourself when you make mistakes, learning from them, and continuously growing. Self-love is not just about pampering yourself, it's about respecting your own needs, desires, and limits. When you practice self-love, you naturally become a more authentic and confident version of yourself. Another key aspect of attracting yourself first is embracing your individuality. Society often tries to mold us into a certain image or ideal, but true attraction comes from embracing what makes you different. The more you embrace your uniqueness, the more you attract people who genuinely appreciate and admire you for who you are. You stop trying to fit in, and instead you create space for those who resonate with the real you. It's about being unapologetic in your pursuit of happiness, growth, and authenticity. When you attract yourself first, you stop seeking external approval. You know your own worth, and you are no longer chasing after validation or the approval of others. This creates an inner peace that attracts people who share similar values, goals, and aspirations. These are the types of people, whether friends or potential partners, who will truly enhance your life. Attracting yourself first sets the standard for what you will accept in your relationships. When you love yourself fully, you won't settle for less than what you deserve. This means you'll attract people who see you for the amazing person you are and will respect and support your journey. You will find that quality men or women, depending on your preference, are drawn to you because you exude confidence, positivity, and self-respect. So remember, attracting yourself first is not just a step in the process, it is the foundation of every meaningful relationship you will ever have. When you fully understand your own value, you create a life that naturally attracts the right people. And when you do, you'll no longer need to chase love, it will come to you effortlessly. When it comes to relationships, one of the most powerful shifts you can make is realizing that you are the prize. This idea doesn't stem from arrogance or superiority. It comes from a place of deep self-awareness and respect. Understanding that you are the prize means recognizing your worth and embracing the fact that the right person will come into your life when they appreciate the value you bring, not because you need someone to complete you, but because you already feel whole. In the past, many people have been conditioned to believe that they must settle or prove their worthiness to others. This mindset often leads to unhealthy relationships where one person feels like they are constantly trying to earn affection or approval. When you internalize the idea that you are the prize, you stop chasing validation. You recognize that you deserve respect, love, and loyalty not because you're perfect, but because you are a whole person deserving of those things regardless of external circumstances. Being the prize is about knowing what you bring to the table. It's understanding that your kindness, intelligence, humor, and passion are invaluable. You're not just someone to be with, you're someone to grow with, someone to build a future with, and someone whose presence elevates any relationship. When you know your value, you no longer settle for relationships that don't serve your highest good. You stop compromising on your standards and stop allowing others to dictate how you should feel about yourself. Too often we hear stories about people who are constantly trying to prove themselves to their partners. They believe that by being more accommodating or giving more than they receive, they'll eventually earn the love and respect they crave. But when you realize that you are the prize, you flip this narrative. You understand that love and respect should never have to be earned through sacrifice or self-denial. They should be given freely by someone who truly sees and values you for who you are. Being the prize means you don't need to beg, plead, or manipulate to receive love. It comes naturally when you're with someone who recognizes your worth. Being the prize is also about emotional independence. It's not about needing someone to complete you, but being open to someone complimenting you. You come into the relationship as a whole person, confident in your own life and direction, not looking for someone to fill an emotional void. The right partner will add to your life, but they will never be your sole source of happiness or fulfillment. This kind of mindset creates a balanced, healthy relationship where both individuals support each other's growth and dreams. When you truly embrace that you are the prize, you start to create an energy around you that attracts the right people. Quality men or women are not looking for someone who is constantly seeking validation or unsure of their worth. They are drawn to those who stand firm in their identity, who value themselves, and who have already created fulfilling lives outside of their relationships. This kind of self-assurance not only enhances your own life, but draws others who want to share in that greatness. So don't wait for someone to tell you that you're worthy. You are already the prize. When you understand this, you stop chasing after love. You stop settling for anything less than what you deserve. You start living life on your terms, confident that the right person will come into your life when the timing is right. Because when you are the prize, love finds you, not the other way around. Setting standards and boundaries is one of the most powerful tools you can use in any relationship. It's about knowing who you are, understanding what you need, and standing firm in your values regardless of external pressures. When you set standards and boundaries, you're telling the world, and more importantly yourself, that you are worthy of respect, love, and care. This clarity not only helps protect your emotional well-being, but also attracts the right people who align with your vision and values. Setting standards means knowing exactly what you deserve. This isn't about being rigid or demanding, it's about being clear on what you need from others to feel valued and fulfilled. For example, a standard could be expecting honesty and integrity in a relationship, or valuing communication and mutual respect. It's essential to understand that setting these standards isn't selfish or unreasonable, it's an act of self-love. When you don't know what you deserve, it becomes far too easy to settle for less. And that's where disappointment, frustration, and unhealthy relationships begin. Standards act as your internal compass. They guide you, help you make decisions, and shape the relationships you form. When you set clear standards, you make it easier to recognize when someone or something is not in alignment with what you need. A lack of standards can cause confusion and lead to unhealthy compromises, but when you know exactly what you want and expect, it becomes easier to navigate the complexities of relationships. Boundaries, on the other hand, are the limits you set to protect your energy and well-being. They are a vital aspect of self-respect, as they define what is acceptable and what isn't in how others treat you. Setting boundaries allows you to teach people how to treat you. Without boundaries, you risk being taken advantage of, disrespected, or drained emotionally. Boundaries could be as simple as saying no when you don't want to do something, taking time for yourself when you feel overwhelmed, or standing up for yourself when someone crosses a line. When you have clear boundaries, you send a message that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable and you won't tolerate being mistreated. One of the most important aspects of setting boundaries is consistency. Boundaries are only effective if you enforce them. It's easy to establish boundaries, but it takes strength and courage to maintain them, especially when someone tests them. In the face of this challenge, remember that boundaries are not walls, they are protective measures that ensure your needs are met and that you are treated with the respect you deserve. Consistency in enforcing your boundaries teaches others that you will not bend to their manipulation or disregard for your feelings. When you set standards and boundaries, you empower yourself to be more selective about who you allow into your life. Instead of chasing after people who don't meet your standards, you attract those who do. The right person will not only respect your boundaries, but will also appreciate the strength it takes to maintain them. They will recognize that you are a person who values yourself, and this will deepen the connection, ensuring it's built on mutual respect. Setting standards and boundaries is a lifelong practice. It's about constantly checking in with yourself, reassessing your needs, and not being afraid to walk away from anything that doesn't align with your values. By doing so, you create space for relationships that nourish, uplift, and complement you, allowing you to thrive. You deserve nothing less. Focusing on personal growth is one of the most transformative steps you can take in any area of your life, especially when it comes to attracting meaningful relationships. Personal growth is about evolving into the best version of yourself, not just for your own benefit, but to bring your highest self into every interaction and connection you create. When you make personal growth a priority, you become the kind of person who attracts not only success and fulfillment, but also the right kind of people. Personal growth is a continuous process of learning, self-reflection, and improvement. It's about recognizing areas where you need to evolve, whether emotionally, mentally, or physically, and taking proactive steps to make progress. This process doesn't happen overnight, but through intentional efforts such as reading, learning new skills, practicing self-awareness, and setting and achieving personal goals, you begin to see incredible changes in your life. As you invest time and energy into yourself, you become a more confident, grounded, and self-assured person, qualities that naturally draw others to you. One of the key aspects of personal growth is self-awareness. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, triggers, and desires helps you make more informed decisions in life and relationships. By being honest with yourself about who you are and where you want to go, you take control of your destiny. This self-awareness enables you to better understand what you want in a partner and helps you avoid settling for less than you deserve. It also allows you to cultivate emotional intelligence, which plays a crucial role in building healthy and meaningful relationships. You can communicate better, manage conflicts more effectively, and empathize with others because you understand your own emotions and reactions. Personal growth also involves breaking free from old patterns that no longer serve you. Often we carry baggage from past experiences, whether from childhood, previous relationships, or societal expectations that can limit our potential. Focusing on personal growth means acknowledging and letting go of these limiting beliefs or habits that keep you stuck in unhealthy cycles. By confronting your fears, insecurities, and self-doubts, you build resilience and emotional strength. You stop seeking external validation and start believing in your own worth and capabilities, which is incredibly magnetic to others. A crucial part of personal growth is embracing the concept of self-love. When you work on improving yourself, you naturally develop a deeper sense of love and appreciation for who you are. This self-love is not about being perfect, but about accepting yourself fully, flaws, imperfections, and all. When you truly love yourself, you stop seeking someone else to complete you. Instead, you attract relationships where two whole individuals come together to support, uplift, and complement each other. In addition, focusing on personal growth empowers you to set higher standards in your relationships. When you grow personally, you gain clarity on what you want and need from others. You stop tolerating disrespect, dishonesty, or anything that doesn't align with your values. Personal growth makes you more discerning in choosing who to spend your time with, and as a result, you attract people who respect your standards and share your vision for the future. Lastly, personal growth fosters a sense of fulfillment and independence. You create a life that you are proud of and excited to live. You pursue your passions, challenge yourself, and continuously evolve. This sense of purpose and self-sufficiency is incredibly attractive because it shows that you are living life on your own terms, not relying on others to provide happiness or meaning. Ultimately, when you focus on your personal growth, you become the person you've always dreamed of being. You are no longer waiting for someone to come into your life to change things for you. Instead, you create a life that reflects your values and aspirations, which naturally attracts the right people who align with your journey. Personal growth is the foundation upon which you can build everything else, and it's the key to attracting a fulfilling, healthy relationship. In relationships, energy often matters far more than perfection. We live in a world where it's easy to become obsessed with the idea of being flawless, perfecting our looks, our actions, or even our personalities. But the truth is, while perfection may seem appealing, it's the energy we bring into our interactions that truly makes a lasting impact. It's not about being perfect, it's about being authentic, vibrant, and connected to who you are at your core. Energy is what people feel when they're around you. It's the vibe you give off, the way you make others feel when you enter a room, and the emotional atmosphere you create. Perfection, on the other hand, is an illusion. No one is perfect, and the pursuit of perfection can lead to stress, anxiety, and an unhealthy self-image. When you place all your energy into trying to attain an ideal, you lose sight of the truth. It's your energy that people are drawn to, not your flawless exterior. In fact, the desire to be perfect can often push people away because they feel the pressure to meet those same unattainable standards. Authenticity is at the heart of magnetic energy. When you embrace your true self, flaws, quirks, strengths, and vulnerabilities, you radiate a natural, unforced energy that is far more appealing than any polished version of yourself could ever be. People are drawn to genuine energy because it's comforting and real. It's the energy of someone who is confident in their imperfections, someone who is comfortable in their own skin, and someone who doesn't try to be anything other than who they are. This energy is infectious. It attracts the right people and fosters deep, meaningful connections. Furthermore, the energy you carry reflects your emotional state and mindset. When you focus on cultivating a positive, optimistic, and grounded energy, you not only feel better, but you also elevate the energy of those around you. This doesn't mean you need to be happy all the time or hide your struggles. It means that you're willing to show up authentically even when things aren't perfect, and choose to stay grounded and positive regardless of the circumstances. When you bring this kind of energy to a relationship, it creates a safe space for both you and your partner to grow, evolve, and support one another. On the flip side, when you obsess over perfection, your energy becomes strained, forced, and disconnected. You begin to focus too much on what's wrong and try to control every detail, which only leads to frustration and burnout. Perfectionism breeds insecurity and self-doubt, and that energy can become a barrier to true connection. When you stop trying to perfect yourself, you free up the space to just be, and that's where the magic happens. People are more likely to feel comfortable and at ease around someone who is accepting of themselves and others, rather than someone who is constantly trying to live up to an unrealistic ideal. In relationships, this energy can also influence how you interact with others. If you approach your relationships with positive, loving energy, others are likely to reciprocate that same energy. They'll feel safe, valued, and appreciated in your presence. On the other hand, when you focus too much on being perfect or controlling, your energy can come across as cold, distant, or judgmental, which pushes people away and creates barriers to intimacy. The bottom line is that energy is what shapes the quality of your relationships. It's the foundation of connection. So rather than striving for perfection, focus on being the best version of yourself, one that is authentic, kind, and radiates the energy that attracts positive, loving people into your life. It's this energy that leaves a lasting impression, builds trust, and creates meaningful connections that last. Creating the life you want begins with a powerful realization you are the architect of your own future. While external circumstances and challenges may shape the path you take, it's the choices you make, the mindset you adopt, and the actions you take that truly determine the direction of your life. Too many people sit back waiting for life to happen to them, believing that success or happiness is something that arrives unexpectedly. But the reality is, creating the life you want is an active, ongoing process that requires intention, dedication, and a strong sense of purpose. The first step in creating the life you desire is understanding your vision. What do you truly want from life? This vision is not just a fleeting dream or a wishful thought. It is a clear, vivid picture of who you want to become, what you want to experience, and the legacy you want to leave behind. Take time to reflect on your passions, values, and desires. What excites you? What makes you feel fulfilled? What are your deepest aspirations? When you clearly define your vision, you provide yourself with a roadmap to follow. This vision will become your compass, guiding you through obstacles and keeping you focused when challenges arise. Once you have a clear vision, the next step is to cultivate a mindset of possibility. So many people are held back by self-doubt, limiting beliefs, and fear of failure. They convince themselves that certain dreams are out of reach, that success is for others and not for them. But the truth is, your mindset is the most powerful tool you have in shaping your future. By shifting your thinking to one of abundance and possibility, you unlock the door to opportunities that may have once seemed unreachable. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity, not as a reason to quit. Trust that the path to success may not always be linear, but it is always within your reach as long as you keep moving forward. Creating the life you want also requires consistent action. Vision without action is nothing more than a dream, and dreams alone won't bring the changes you seek. It's the small, deliberate steps you take every day that add up over time to create significant transformation. This could mean learning new skills, building relationships, investing in your health, or taking risks that move you out of your comfort zone. The journey may be challenging at times, but every step you take, no matter how small, gets you closer to your goals. Consistency is key, and it's the commitment to taking action, even when the results aren't immediate, that will ultimately bring your vision to life. Another essential aspect of creating the life you want is learning to let go of fear and resistance. Many people resist change because they are afraid of the unknown or uncomfortable with stepping outside of their routine. However, growth happens when we challenge ourselves and move past our comfort zones. Embrace the discomfort, knowing that it is a sign of growth. Let go of the fear that holds you back and take bold steps toward the life you envision. The more you step into your power and push through your fears, the more you'll see how capable and resilient you truly are. Lastly, creating the life you want involves cultivating gratitude and joy in the present moment. While it's important to have a vision for the future, it's just as important to appreciate the journey. Celebrate your wins, learn from your challenges, and embrace each moment with gratitude. When you live in a state of appreciation, you attract more positivity into your life and remain open to the possibilities that the universe has in store for you. In the end, creating the life you want is not about waiting for the perfect circumstances or the right time. It's about taking control of your life, setting clear intentions, adopting a mindset of possibility, and putting in the work to make your dreams a reality. The life you want is within your reach, and it all begins with the choices you make today.